Shane Jack's jackhammer right there, polished up. This is a, or what is it, the 12 ounce. It's the next size up Craftsman hammer that everybody likes to use. I like this on some of these bigger, larger crown and buckle areas. So, same thing, next size up. And my soft tip that I'm going to start with is the Dent Rav4 with replaceable red cap. The theory that I subscribe to here is a lot of this large area of distortion is not so much a low as it's buckled out and high. What we're going to do is go in with our soft tip into these low areas just above this bigger crown and hold pressure while, depending on how the metal's moving, one of these two hammers, hold pressure here and work the crowns around while I'm holding the pressure on the back of the panel that helps the metal move into the low. That's the technique. Start down here, see how it's moving, and we'll show you the progress. All right, so this here, that's our sharp crown from, just picture that from your passes on the panel earlier. Now, you probably won't be able to see it on the camera, but I'm sliding in through the wiring harness and making my way through these lows. Now, you can't force this metal up. If you push and try to shove out the lows, what's going to happen is you're just going to be putting high spots in. So I'm just feeling my way around. All right, now we're going to start tapping. So one thing that I didn't mention, the impact that I'm going for here with the hammer and the progress you want to make is you don't want to be leaving dents in the crown. You're going to want to get the crown to start laying down smooth. Think of it like bringing a dent up clean. You want to bring this crown down clean. It seems to be moving pretty decent. And I'm holding pressure with one hand, tapping with the other. Every once in a while, I'm going to move the spot where I'm holding pressure to help pull more metal into the low spot. It should be looking lower in the camera. A third of that section of the crown is gone. I'm going to adjust the camera around each little different angle here. All right, from this angle, you should be able to see a little bit more of the buckle in here with more of a natural reflection instead of trying to get the camera to pick up the bright light. And we're working right along here. For this pass, I'm going to try the rubber hammer, see how that moves the metal. Putting a good bit of pressure on the backside, but it's not enough where I'm even leaving any kind of high spot or tool mark. It's not even enough to change the low. So holding right here is my pressure point. And we're going to come by with this. And it's not a blow. I'm going to let the hammer do the work, the weight of the hammer. Now the metal's starting to move, so I'm going to put a few pushes in and bring a little bit of the low up. And I'm going to bring you around and show you how much the crown is laid down. And I'm definitely guilty of not moving the crowns down as smoothly as I'd like to. See that it's not nearly pinched the way it was. I did get a little heavy. See right there. while I was holding the pressure on the back side. But nothing that won't tap right down. And that low right there, in the middle of your screen, is under a brace. No problem, I just have to switch tools. Maybe put a little tape on it. We go back to the holding pressure and tapping process. All right, let's set back up to work. And what I'm going to do now is, before I continue tapping, to help make for a cleaner finished repair, this wiring is I'm going to go in and some of the low spots that I knocked in as I was bringing the crown down. I'm going to bring it up just a hair. And again, this is just to keep things clean and make for a smoother repair. All right, cleaned that up a bit. I'm going to go right here, right there, hold some pressure. We come out here with the back to the jackhammer and try to lay this down, and then come here and lay this side down, work into this peak right there. Now, because this is right here is under a brace, but I've still got crown here, I'm going to cheat a little bit and go just above the brace here. Make sure you can see that. So your brace is right here. I'm going to go above the brace right here, hold some pressure, a little higher pressure, and it may actually leave a high spot, but I'm going to see if this will allow me to tap this crown right around here and let the metal go to the pressure. This is where the blending hammer comes in nice over a knockdown, just like plenty of guys have said. You can get away. I'm at full extension right here, and I'm on the back of my rod to hold the pressure, and I can really see the whole big picture. All right, so here we are. See that crown's really laying down. A little bit of that low that's stuck under the brace. Not a big deal to handle. That's where we're at so far. What I'm going to do now, remove the light, and we're going to look at the crown that goes across the whole length of the door. All right, so basically we're set up on a cross check. Another good reason for taking the door off. Kind of hard to see this angle while it's on the car. So look, the left side here is the area we've been working. Come back. If you look, see the crown that runs right. Look in the middle of the screen, right there. Keeps coming up around to just about the door handle. What I'm going to do is, I'm coming in under the door through one of the holes that were just behind the door panel. We're going to work this area, and because I have this great access here because the door's off the car, I'm going to be able to hold pressure, and as I walk along here holding pressure, I'm going to walk along here with the blending hammers, and we want to pull the metal up. That's why I'm pushing above it. That's where it came from. This is the impact point. It drove the metal down. I want to pull the metal back up. So all my pressure is going to be above the crown in the door, and that'll help the metal to move forward. So I'm going to start over here, and it's hard to see. Can't see it in the camera. I'm going to work this crown, then this big long crown all the way across the door, and everything with the jackhammer. A little bit more precise than the big one. Alright, that crown laid down pretty good. Now it's time for us to run this crown all the way around. And it is just below the brace. So Start right here is as close to the top of the brace as I can get. Remember, we want to pull the metal up, not down. So it's here, and I'm going to start working my crown here and come across. As I come across, I'm going to move this line of pushing across. The cleaner I can lay this crown down, the less work I'm going to have later in the repair. Crown, that's one pass on this whole crown, the whole buckle. It's laying down beautifully. One section from right here to right here is still a little high. So I'm going to come back, put a little bit of pressure right here, right there. You can see that. See the panel moving? Yep. And now we're going to work this little 3 or 4 inch section of crown down.